Ollie, welcome to Bedford Blues. How excited are you to be finally returning to rugby?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's been a long layoff, obviously, with COVID and an injury. Sort of been 17, 18 months I last played rugby. So yeah, I'm really excited to get going. It's a really good time to be at the club.
Yeah, talk to us about those 18 months. How difficult is it for someone who's used to playing week in, week out to have no rugby for 18 months?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the whole of the UK has suffered in their own way, and I think obviously the change from having played full-time rugby since leaving school to now having left full-time rugby and playing on a semi-pro basis, I think it was a difficult transition to begin with. It's quite difficult to get used to, but once you get in the swing of it, obviously complementing work with rugby has been really good, and I'm looking forward just to getting back out and playing.
Yeah, I guess there was kind of some positives in that you probably looked at life after rugby and your working life and that kind of thing during this period.
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone thinks that sort of rugby's never going to end whilst you're in it, and it's all good, and you kind of think, oh, the future's coming tomorrow, but I don't have to worry about it today type thing. And obviously with COVID and the way everything's gone, I think everyone's had to evaluate and assess their current situation and where they are, and I think rugby players have been hit more than anyone else. But to have the opportunity to play a standard like the Championship whilst complementing work as well and still playing at a good standards, something that's really attractive to me and something I want to continue doing.
Yeah, and you're back now here at Bedford, another Championship campaign, 100 plus appearances in this league. How much is that going to be crucial for you that you're in a familiar environment coming back?
Yeah, it's good. I've always liked playing at Bedford. I think Bedford as a club try and do things the right way. Particularly when you play against Bedford over the years, they try and play attractive rugby and throw the ball around and always give you a tough game. So it's something I'm really looking forward to. I mean, Golden Road's a good pitch. Playing on the slope, I think getting used to it is a bit easy and coming here once a season. But it's always a good game at Bedford, and obviously always a big fan base as well. They get behind their team. So that's a really positive aspect to have that behind you.
I'm sure you would have been eager to come back to rugby in any level just to get back on the field, but what was it specifically about Bedford that maybe tipped this club in your favour? I
just think chatting with Mikey and Alex, they've got an idea of how they want to play rugby and how they want to run a club, which I really liked. I liked how sort of open and honest they were, and as I said previously, being able to sort of mix working life and rugby and maybe have that balance while still playing at a good standard was something that massively appealed. I looked at a few options and thought I might as well play the best standard I still can whilst the body's still holding up, whilst I'm still young enough to do so. And so obviously having chats with those guys, I thought Bedford would be the best place for me to be.
We're a relatively young side. We've got some Northampton Saints players to come in as well. But are you going to try and be a leader in this squad next season, or do you still see yourself as young as well?
Oh, I don't know about young anymore. I like to think I'm still young, but maybe not so young as I once was. But yeah, hopefully a little bit of experience can obviously help the boys on their way. But to have that mix of young guys and have that energy that they bring is always a really good thing. So it helps a few of us old boys get around the park and what have you. But there's always that balance between youth and experience.
Played against Bedford Blues 12 times in your career. For supporters that maybe don't know who you are, what sort of player do you see yourself as going forward?
I like to think I pride myself on my ball carrying as a back row, number 8. Let's get my hands on the ball and play the ball and take the ball forward. Hopefully have as big an impact as I can on the pitch, and especially the way Bedford traditionally playing the ball quite wide. Hopefully that'll open up some spaces for me to get my hands on the ball and take the team forward.
I always ask the same question to end every sign interview. Do you have a special message for our supporters ahead of the 2021-22 Championship campaign?
Nothing, just can't wait to get them all back in. I know it's been a long while since fans have been fully back into a lot of sports arenas. We can't wait to have you back, and I can't wait to get out playing come September.
Well, Ollie, welcome to Bedford Blues.
Thank you, cheers guys.